Hey guys, welcome back. So we're looking at today is 7.5 from polygons to circles. So for this first part, we are looking to find the indicated values given the diagram and measurements provided below. So given that the measure of angle LGH, so LGH, this whole angle right here, and the measure of angle GHJ, it's this angle over here, are both 45. What other measurements of angles or arcs do you know? So because this is 45 and this is 45, that means this arc here is twice that. So arc LH, measure of arc LH is 90 degrees. The measure of arc JG is also 90 degrees, because remember when we have that intercepted arc, or intercepted angle, the arc is double the angle. We also know these are being split in half. So if we take 45 and divide it by 2, each of these parts will be 22.5. So this is 22.5. This angle is 22.5. Same with this angle is 22.5. And this angle is 22.5. Based on that, we can solve for angle K here, which would end up being 135 if we take 180 minus 45. Other things that we can find, that means that this arc here, so measure of arc GH equals 135 degrees. So we can actually find a lot of things here. So this is a right angle, and this is a right angle. So all sorts of stuff. Here's a right angle and a right angle. All right, given that triangle GKH has two sides that are radii of the circle, what type of triangle is GKH? So if two sides are the same, that means it's an isosceles triangle. Are there any other triangles of this type in the diagram? Yes, there definitely are. So GKH is one. We also have JKH and GKL. So triangle JKL, triangle JKH, and then triangle GKL. So lots of triangles. Okay, given that the measure of arc GH is 13.2 degrees, what is the measure of arc JL? So JL is this right here. So if we take 360 minus 113.2 minus 90 minus 90, we end up with 66.8 degrees. All right, so for number 4, you're using this diagram here. So you're finding what angles would have the same measure, list them all, list the triangles that are inscribed, list any other triangles you can classify, and then answer the question with angle GFE equaling 70 degrees. So this one's a little easier than the last. All right, for number 7, given the similar shapes below, provide the desired missing sides or proportions. So we have BD and BC equals what in the smaller one? Well, GH and GK. So GH over GK. And we know it's correct because they're corresponding parts. And for the next one, we have JL and EF and KL and CF. How do we know it's correct? Corresponding parts, once again. So for C, you're going to do the rest of these. So fill in the missing proportion. If you can't, say why not. I will tell you they all work out, so you can find a proportion for each of these. So, and it's based off of these two figures for C, all those parts. The next part, connecting polygons with circles. Below you are given a circle and also several squares that are constructed so that their sides are equal to the radius of the circle. Use these squares and circle to estimate how many squares it takes to fill in the area of the circle. State what you notice. So what we should notice here is that if each of these squares has a radius of, or a side length of the radius, then how many it would take to fill it in would be about 3.14, because we need to multiply that amount by pi, and so it'd take 3 1/4 or 3.14 to approximate this. All right, for 9, which of the polygons below would have an area and perimeter closest to the circle it's inscribed within? Why? So you guys will be doing this one. Find the one that's closest to a circle that has the least amount of excess space around it. All right,